Man, last night was like something serious. The chapter, oh my god, like, bro, then it came out early. Oh my god, like, how do I even start this off? I haven't been up here in about a year now, not gonna lie. It's been about a year since I made a One Piece video too, so you know that's come full circle. Last time I talked about One Piece, you know, Luffy was literally falling off of Onigashima. The Sun God Nika thing got talked about. That came full circle, you know, in this chapter 1044. I mean, oh my god, like, oh my god, such a good chapter, such a good chapter. Oda, like, man, I'm blown away. Like, this is One Piece greatness, bro. I know all of you might not be One Piece fans. Some of you might have clicked my video just because, you know, I just promoted it out there, and you might just be doing me a solid by watching this. But, you know, I kindly suggest, if you are not reading One Piece in 2022, bro, what is wrong with it? It's so good. Like, I can't even like just put into full words how good this series is. 1,044 chapters, the best selling book series in the world, like, literally at this point. I think greatness, flames, like, all around it, just flames. Starting off the chapter, you know, we get the cover series this week with following the Germa 66. They're still captured by Big Mom pirates. Not Big Mom, the Big Mom pirates. You know, Big Mom's defeated. They're, I guess, experimenting on them or whatever, like, this time. Maybe this will have significance later, but I couldn't even focus on. This is a really good cover series, like, that have been following Sanji's brothers, well, his family in general, and like how they're dealing with this situation. Coming off the heels of 1043, you can't even focus on like what's going on with that side stuff no more, because 1043 ended as a banger, and this picks up right after it, like, bro. So if you was reading, 1043 ended with Kaido beating Luffy once again, but like this time it was kind of signifying that Luffy was dead. Like, Kaido was sending threats to, you know what I'm saying, the rest of the allies and stuff. Like, his crew was turning up because they was like, oh shit, Kaido's back, you know, like, shit, y'all fuck now, y'all beat Big Mom, but that was shit compared to Kaido and shit. And we get the scene with Zunisha explaining that Joy Boy's back. You know, after 800 years, I hear the drums of liberation. And we see at the end, Luffy's transforming. He's awake. He's smiling. That was enough for me, right? I couldn't sleep. The only thing I could search for the past week was literally if it was Luffy's awakening, Sun God Nika, Joy Boy, 1043, 1044. Oh, if it wasn't anything of that nature, it was like, honestly, maybe stuff about Atlanta, because I knew that was coming back. That was a banger. Those are banger episodes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just had a really positive night last night. Like, oh my god, who would have thought that many chapters, that many pages could actually make someone so joyful? And it speaks to the you know, the whole message behind this whole thing anyway. But like, you know, I still can't contain that, like, excitement for this chapter. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just get into the chapter. Like, fuck it. Luffy is reacting to the fact that he is alive, basically. Like, bro, waking up, like, what just happened? I know I just lost. I know, like, but I feel good. Like, I feel really good. Like, what's going on? My heart's beating a different way. At the same time, we're flashing over to the Gorosei. The Gorosei are reacting to this, like, okay, bro, are y'all sure it's really a good idea that we just, you know what I'm saying, sacrifice one of our best agents to, you know what I'm saying, get rid of one dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially when we really had multiple chances to do this at any other time. They're basically saying, like, yes, this is a good idea to get rid of him at this time, because basically the whole situation is that they go ahead and reveal that devil fruit that they were talking about chapters ago at this, like, you know, since some chapters ago, was the gum fruit. I don't know if it could just be called the gum fruit at the same time while being called its actual name, which is, let me say this the right way, the Hito no Mi, mythological Zoan model Nika. That's the name of Luffy's devil fruit. And they go ahead and just throw some icing on the cake with it. It also just so happens to have a god in it. There's a god in Luffy's fruit that's only akin to the One Piece world. Hito means human, so it's the same fruit that Chopper has, the Zoan fruit, but it's also a mythological Zoan. So it's more so like Kaido's or Sengoku's. That time we saw Sengoku transform into a Buddha. This is kind of the same thing, kind of what Luffy has, but probably way more ridiculous, because the Gorosei go ahead and say that this is the most ridiculous power in the world. Luffy's powers, they go ahead and establish that when awakened, the strength of the rubber is increased, and it also gives the user more freedom. This freedom relating to the imagination of the user of this devil fruit. And it's also possible at this point that this fruit hasn't been eaten in 800 years since the last time somebody ate this fruit. 800 years ago, the only person that this would have had significance to deal with would be Joy Boy, honestly. I mean, it's not outright confirmed that this person that ate this fruit was Joy Boy, but literally with the giant elephant that has legs that reach the floor of the sea. I'm sorry, I have to make mention to that because I don't know about anyone else, but that kind of is fucking horrifying. This elephant's body is in the sky the whole time, and his legs tower anything that it walks across. That is scary. That's just horrifying. And it just so happens to be the, Nakama of Joy Boy. If anybody knows if Joy Boy is back, it's this elephant, basically. Zunisha, Momonosuke, and Yamato are reacting to this like, did he just say Luffy is Joy Boy? Lord, I can't, see, man, that hype for this chapter, bro, is so real. You can't deny One Piece and its greatness at this point. You can't. All the foreshadowing, all of it, it's still there, and it's been there since the folks have been literally going back to chapter 1 for this, and you can literally find so many things to point this out, even with the fact that his real fruit, Luffy's real fruit abilities are that of Zoan instead of Paramecia. So this means that whole conversation that Luffy had with Momonosuke back when they first met, when, it's a meme at this point. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The whole thing with Momo saying, oh yeah, how do I transform back into a human? And Luffy's like, oh, I don't know. I'm not a Zoan. Yeah, you are. Oda is a madman. The foreshadowing level for this man is even just by, you can look at Chopper, and really, if you really want to, you can relate this to Chopper and say, oh shit, Chopper was showing Luffy the whole time how to deal with his powers, and Luffy nor us even realized it. But before I get into the powers and abilities of this, we have scenes of everybody literally reacting to this, you know what I'm saying? You got Law, Marco, Hyogoro, Kid, Nami, who else? Nami and Otama, they're crying about it. Still reacting like, oh my god, Luffy's alive. Marco's letting them know like, y'all can chill, Luffy's alive, bro, chill. And like they're like, oh my god, yes, big brother, you're alive. Luffy, I knew it. I told you, Kaido, you're a liar and all that stuff. Sanji woke up from, basically almost being dead, probably. And, just woke up. Thanks to probably his observation haki. Because he just was like, well, Luffy? And I didn't even know he knew any of this was going. Like, I guess his observation haki was allowing him to see that whole fight go on and everything that's going on around him while he's asleep. Like, he's got dreaming haki. That's kind of awesome. Maybe. Oh yeah. Also, Sun God Nika, the warrior of liberation. That's what the god power is in Luffy's devil fruit. That whole thing that Who's Who was talking about, yeah, it's an actual god in One Piece. Like, not on the Buddha level, not on this like mythological Zoan level that we usually see, where we see like, okay, Kaido's a dragon, yes, we know, like a mythological Magikarp turns into the Gyarados devil fruit. No, actual god. Like, they actually straight up say god. Like, first time One Piece actually probably addresses something like this on a level like that. We've heard of gods before. I mean, Inaru, Inel, whatever you want to call it, bro, he's called himself a god before. Once again, this is the first time we've seen a god that was prayed to like this. And then have like maybe a devil fruit that represents him like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy, bro. Luffy literally just became a deity. And like, they're treating it as that. They're saying like, we'd rather deal with Kaido's rage. You know what I'm saying? Deal with Kaido and what he's got in store for us. We know we fucked up with him. We still can't let what he's finna do happen. Like, that's gotta be stopped. It's worth the sacrifice. It's worth Kaido coming at us. We do not need to deal with what he can do. What can he do, bro? What are y'all afraid of? Like, oh my god. Like, even hearing them talk about it like that just sends chills, bro. Gotta deal with the Hiyori stuff right quick. Honestly, I'm not saying that the Hiyori stuff isn't good. It's just that a part of me did want to say I didn't care about it, but I couldn't say that because it gives resolution to Hiyori in her plot line. Still don't know what's going on with Denjiro. Maybe Denjiro found the poneglyph and that's what he's been doing the whole time. Maybe. We don't know. I mean, why not at this point? Everything's just going crazy. You got Hiyori dealing with the Orochi stuff, and Orochi's trying to beg his way, you know what I'm saying? Like, please don't hurt me, please. I promise you I won't, you know what I'm saying, be such a hoe ass nigga all the time no more. Get this nail out of me, and I promise you I won't turn on you the first second I get. You know, even seeing him grovel at this point is kind of irritating. Like, just die already. And Hiyori is having her moment, and it's well deserved at this point. She's been through a lot, you know? Like, you're going to sit through this and, you know what I'm saying, hear what she has to say type shit. You know what I'm saying? She's playing the Shamisen and shit, you know what I'm saying? Playing her little tune and saying, like, you know, with the mask on, saying like, you know, the Kazuki keep our promises. Our father promised you, you know what I'm saying, that he was going to dance outside and stuff. While, you know what I'm saying, in order for you to, you know what I'm saying, release the people of Wano and free Wano and stuff like that. You and Kaido supposed to get up out of here, but y'all didn't. Y'all boiled him alive in oil for an hour, and you still killed him and didn't leave Wano then. But the Kozuki kept their promises, you know what I'm saying? Now she's finna keep her promise now too. And I'm guessing the promise that she said is, I will be there to watch you die. Orochi, you know what I'm saying, he's still trying to beg his way out of this, but we actually do see a really good scene, like with Hiyori and the mask finally coming off. And then, you know what I'm saying, it reveals her crying and stuff, you know what I'm saying? She's real, like, hurt behind this, like, and it's anger, sadness, it's really drawn well, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of YouTubers try to point out that, you know, that is the best, like probably the best well drawn scene in the chapter. That chapter where Hiyori's just there like bawling her eyes out and stuff, and like showing her rage and saying, declaring that she, you know what I'm saying, silence, you rich, I am Kozuki Hiyori, and all that stuff. You know, like it's it's there. You know, the story is there. It feels good. But you can't help but focus on everything else that's going on around it. Not saying that ain't important, but Oda wrote this in a way that, yeah, you can pay attention to it because you know that is a good part of the story. But at the same time, it just didn't, it just was kind of there, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it kind of wraps up with the Kazenbo that was created by Kanjuro. It comes, a little piece of it comes back, you know, because it was destroyed back when Big Mom fell on it and the bombs went off. And yeah, it comes back. It's like, oh, Orochi, I have failed. That plot line was just, Kanjuro was annoying, Orochi's annoying. They kind of both get taken out at the same time here, it seems, because that little spirit, Orochi tries to tell it to attack Hiyori, but it instead touches Orochi, and it starts burning Orochi alive. So yeah, Hiyori gets to watch Orochi burn to death, which is pretty awesome. Now getting back to the main plot of this chapter. Okay, here we go. Get back to Luffy. He's back to reacting. He's back to laughing a lot. He's like ha 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 ha, like real, like joyfully. You know what I'm saying? Really, Oda's really pushing that joy boy thing with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's making it very clear that obviously this might have been why Joy Boy was called Joy Boy. This fruit has the ability to bring smile, to let the user fight, to, you know what I'm saying, fight as freely as he wants, basically. So Luffy can fight any way he wants to. So while you do get the powers of a rubber body, your imagination is what controls this ability. This is probably why Luffy had trouble, you know what I'm saying, mastering the ability when he was a kid, because, you know what I'm saying, it was, you know, he was a kid with the imagination of a kid, you know, he didn't have much to go off of at that point. You know, as he got older, his imagination grew, honestly. And I guess that innocence of Luffy's character plays a lot into that, because his imagination grew instead of, you know what I'm saying, becoming smaller while growing older, you know? Like, it's kind of what happens when you get older, you know? A lot of people, like, lose that imagination that they have as kids, you know? But Luffy's kind of able to create, you know what I'm saying, some real works of art with his attack sometimes, honestly. I guess you could throw the fire thing into that. Like, you know, when Luffy wanted to, you know what I'm saying, use fire, thinking about Ace, you know what I'm saying, he probably wanted to, you know what I'm saying, give his punch some fire on it to give homage to Ace. Maybe that whole thing about the speed of his attacks creating the fire really doesn't mean anything. It's probably just Luffy is able to do what he wants when he imagines it, basically. And there probably is no limit to that, because it's literally stated, like, once you awaken it, that freedom is only bigger. So I mean, it depends on how you look at that, honestly. What happens next is probably, not gonna lie to you, there's no way for me to set this up. No one was ready for this. No one. Okay, actually, sorry, I gotta make one thing clear. I was right about one thing. I did predict one thing correctly. I always said that Luffy was going to call his awakening Gear 5. regardless of what it is, regardless if it had anything to do with Joy Boy or anything to do with Sun Wukong or anything like that that people were relating it to, Luffy himself was always going to call it Gear 5. That means that Luffy was sitting up basically seeing all this awakening stuff happening around him, basically, and he was probably thinking about it like, okay, I've got Gear 4th. And that's basically the best I can do. So, what happens when I awaken? I don't know yet, but I'm gonna call that shit Gear 5. Luffy basically comes in with the Conqueror's Haki. He goes in, makes and says, yes, this is Gear 5. This is my strongest. I got this point. I got a little bit more power to fight. I got a little bit more of a boost, you know what I'm saying? He's got a little bit more gas in the tank. Like I said, he comes in with the Conqueror's Haki. Kaido's reacting to it at this point. He's like, what's that? Can it really be? Basically, you're dead. I know you are. I killed you. I didn't want to kill you, but I killed you. What's going on? Before he can probably even think of any of this, Luffy's gigantic, the Conqueror's Haki is just bursting through literally bursting lightning through the ceiling. The roof is getting destroyed just by Luffy's Haki. Hitting literally all of Kaido's subordinates, knocking them all out. Everybody's reacting like Straw Hat. Like his Luffy's friends are like, Straw Hat, oh my god. Chopper's crying like, Luffy! And Luffy's gigantic hand comes down and grabs Kaido by his dragon body. Grabs it in full, and we see a little, this little scene of Luffy, with his smile, he grinning again. But we see a little bit more of him this time. They are really hiding, the Gear 5 thing, the Gear 5 thing really hard. Like, the majority of Luffy this chapter was silhouetted. Like, because they kind of did the thing again where Luffy was shown in in the Sun God Nika silhouette, but there was no weapons, so but he was in the moon, and the silhouette he was making was the same the same jump or whatever that Sun God Nika was doing. We see why he looks like that now. Exactly why he looks like that now. Why he had the lengthy body. Everything about that. Let me tell you exactly what the Gores were saying. And y'all can say what you will about this. Y'all can make any kind of comments about this at this point, bro. I don't care no more. Like, this is the most epic thing to happen in One Piece at this point. I promise you. Y'all can say whatever you want about Zoro, and his attack against King or whatever, Zoro like Kakusaki. No, that was nothing compared. Y'all can say whatever you want to him. Y'all can say whatever you want to about Law and his awakening and how OP it was. That has nothing, bro. Nothing on Luffy having Toon World as his ability. I had figured it out literally last night while reading the chapter, and when I seen it, I was like, bro, Luffy just unlocked Toon World. He didn't unlock Toon World. That's what his body has been literally the whole time, and now he can affect the world with it. And that's what starts happening, it seems. Now this, and a lot of people, I've seen the reviews, bro. I've seen how people been talking about this, Folks are saying that this could be, just artistic direction, based off what Oda wants to draw at that point. He drew Kaido with his eyes popping out and stuff when Luffy slung him up by his body, you feel me? And Luffy just started not even blowing his, not even blowing his arm, pause, but, not even doing that. He didn't have to do that no more. He's just, getting, muscular and shit. But, bro, he started spinning Kaido around on some Popeye shit, bro. like Popeye the Sailor, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro, Luffy is the Toon God. Praise be to the Toon God, bro. Like, oh my God. Oda has been setting this up for so. He stated before that that's his favorite type of animation style. Like, those, like, rubber hose animations type stuff. That's what he based Luffy off of. Luffy Awakening has been planned from the beginning. That's the type of foreshadowing that this has been on. Like, oh my God, there's so much to really just dive into. I didn't even talk about the fact that the fruit, that Zoan fruits have a mind of their own now. That's been stated in this chapter. Like, apparently the gum fruit was basically running away from the world government 800 years. Yeah, that happened. And, yeah, apparently it might have chosen Luffy. Like, consciously chose Luffy to be its owner. Type shit. Oh my God. This chapter, man. How many times have I, like, oh, I can't. Oh my God, it was so good. Like, this was such a good chapter of One Piece. Like, bro, shout outs to Oda, man. Like, I'm not even done with it yet. Hold on, bro. Like, Luffy wasn't even done at that point. He starts spinning Kaido around, and Kaido's like turning into a Looney Tune at this point. Like, literally just like I can hear like the and all that stuff going on when this is happening and stuff, bro. Kaido's like literally Luffy's beating him like a hammer into the ground, bro. Like, and while it's happening, Luffy's just laughing the whole time. Just laughing. Like, and like busting his gut laughing type shit. And like Kaido's not even reacting to it. He's just happy. He's just so happy. Well, he's also got bumps on his head and birds tweedling around like the cartoons when they get dizzy or get bumped on the head, and the birds are just like all this stuff. Like, man, like Tom and Jerry and all types of Looney Tunes and Mickey Mouse, Felix the Cat, anything you Roger Rabbit, anything you can think of with a stretchy body, Luffy has become. Luffy has become full cartoon. His limits, that's what that means. Because a lot of time when talked about with rubber hose animation, they're the ultimate cartoons when you think about it. I mean, they can't be beaten. Popeye has no L, takes no L's, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with him having such a wacky character style, he's still strong as fuck. Like, have y'all seen the death battle? Have y'all seen the death battle pairing Popeye up against One Punch Man? I'm just gonna let you know, I already knew that Popeye wins, because when you have characters like this, when you have rubber hose characters, bro, the limits to them go beyond regular. They break the fourth dimension. Like, they break all, like, really, they can break all dimensions they want to. They can break gravity, you know what I'm saying? They can break the elements, like, all that stuff. They do things that normal people can't do. Making fire underwater. That's what real cartoons can do. Luffy has done this! Oh my God! He's been having moments like this since the beginning of One Piece itself, bro. Like, you remember, oh my God, I could go on for days about moments that set this up, that made this a reality, where Oda was just like, okay, I'm just gonna throw a foreshadowing moment in here. They'll never figure this shit out. I promise you they won't. Like, his Oda bag in it. He is, no questions about it. We get the full scene of what, you know what I'm saying, Gear 5th looks like after. Oh yeah, by the way, Rubber World is a thing too. You know, it is at this point. Luffy, Kaido just straight up says he's grateful that Luffy's back, and shoots a blast breath at him. You know what I'm saying? Luffy's still laughing on the ground and just offhandedly realize, oh shit. And like his eyes, he does the thing where he's like, ah, and his eyes pop out of his head, tongue pops out of his mouth, real big, wide gap, mouth stuff and all that, pause. But, oh my god, Luffy grabs the ground, turns it into rubber, picks it up like a blanket, just lets it kind of go back, you know what I'm saying, uses the force, pulls it all the way back, turns back into his giant man form again, like, and just whoop, slings it right, and just boings it right back at Kaido, confirming right there that this power pretty much can reflect anything, reflect probably any kind of attack, because it was already stated that the rubber gets stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happened. Like, all of it's there. No matter what you want to say about this chapter, oh my god. We see the full view of Gear 5th, man. Like, oh my god, man. It's everything. It's not too much. It's a good... It's just a good design, honestly. It just, like, you know what I'm saying, the clouds now around him, I'm honestly confused about the clouds at this point now. Like, is that air? Is it flame clouds? Possibly, because Kaido has flame clouds that flirt around him when he's in his mythological Zoan form. So, you know, just that to think about now. Maybe I'm looking at that wrong. I don't know. Like, oh my god. Kaido basically tells Luffy, like, you know, he apologizes, you know, like, my bad. Luffy's like, yeah, I'm good. Like, it's all good, bro. Let's finish this off now. I'm back. Let's do this. And that's the end of the chapter. Like, we see Luffy has the eyebrows of Sanji now. Here's one thing I know for fact. None of this is going to be confirmed until we see Vegapunk. Like, that's gonna have to be probably the one thing we're gonna have to talk to Vegapunk about. Like, why are devil fruits so weird, bro? Like, I know One Piece is weird, but like, seriously, why are devil fruits so, like, that's one of the big, this chapter did do that. Like, it did, you know, ask more questions than leave them answered, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gives you more questions, man. Like, bro, and that's such a good thing, because this chapter also lets us know we're close to the end now, but it still gives us questions that we know can be answered. Like, bro, what's going on with the devil fruits, man? Like, why are Zoan powers so special like that? Do they have actual spirits in them? Because, like, for a while, people were thinking that Luffy was Joy Boy, like, was gonna be possessed by Joy Boy in this chapter. I knew it wasn't gonna be that, because Oda wouldn't let that happen to Luffy. Luffy's whole situation is his free will. Like, even this chapter, like, cemented that Luffy's going to be Luffy regardless. And all of that devil fruit stuff, like with the gum fruit or the Nika fruit, we can really say human fruit at this point, but it wouldn't be right. So it's the Nika fruit. Like, we, you know, gonna have trouble saying that, because you know why, but like, you know, oh my god, man. Oh my god. One Piece has come a long way, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This series, man, like, it's gotten me through some tough times. I wanted to, like, just make videos consistently, bro. Like at a point about One Piece just in general. Like, after that first one, I had fun making that video. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had fun. I'm having fun making this one, low-key. It just feels kind of natural to talk about the things that I really like love, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love One Piece. Like, this series itself. And there's so much I haven't dived into. Like, you know, like, there's endless amounts of like content to get into when concerning One Piece. Honestly, like you can read the manga, like you can watch the anime. You know what I'm saying? I still need to catch up on the anime. Honestly, like I kind of dropped off on it because I was so focused on the manga. Like honestly, like I just want to like just dive back in fully lately. Like the movies and stuff, like there's so much background information that come out with the SBSs and stuff, man. Like, but one thing Oda was honest about was that yes, Luffy is just rubber. It's not, y'all can, we can shut up, all y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, like, the theories were good. And all these theories were really good in the past few weeks and stuff, like, when dealing with Luffy's fruit, because that's all that's been talked about since, you know, they're saying, like, the Gorosei mentioned that the devil fruit name was wrong, like, that we, you know, didn't name it right on purpose. But Luffy, man, oh my god. I'm gonna end this video right here. Like, there's so much more to go over with the situation of Sun God Nico with Luffy. Honestly, probably some more stuff to deal with Yori in the next chapter, maybe. I'm guaranteeing that the next chapter, we're gonna get some resolution on Luffy and Kaido. Hell, the next chapter probably could be titled Luffy versus Kaido, because that's what I've been waiting for. A lot of people, including myself, were thinking that we were gonna get a title called Joy Boy versus Kaido. We still might. It could be Luffy Joy Boy versus Kaido. Luffy the Joy Boy, or something along those lines. All we need for Luffy is to talk to Zunisha one time and then be like, oh, crap. I can talk to giant elephants now. Awesome. No, Luffy, that is not awesome. That is scary. That is very terrifying. You know, I think I might make some more videos about this, though. There's so much hype. So much, bro. Like, now I'm probably finna just chill. We've gotten this done, you know what I'm saying? Got another one out. Here's to making more, you know what I'm saying? Like, thanks for watching. Shout outs to like all the One Piece folks, like the theorists, the YouTubers, like everybody in the community, bro. If you read, watch anything with One Piece like this point, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Just give yourself a pat on the back, bro. You know what I'm saying? You deserve your accolades because you have cemented yourself, you know what I'm saying, in the community. That's, you know what I'm saying, just, like, real talk, for the most part, full of positivity, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's certain folks, you know what I'm saying, that do be like, you know, they can go too far about this series, definitely. If you're in the community where, you know, everybody gets along and just wants to just talk about this series and, like, you know, get their thoughts out about it, because it does bring up thoughts. Like, even with myself, I got a few theories to spit out, like, pretty soon. This week's gonna be crazy. I know I got work, like, a lot this week, so we're gonna see what we can do. We're definitely gonna see what we can do, but like I said, thanks for watching, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for you know what I'm saying, coming to see a One Piece video today, eh? Maybe I'll see you later. You know, if you subscribe, maybe leave a comment. Let's talk about Joy Boy. Let's talk about Sun God Nico. Let's talk about Luffy. Let's talk about his powers. Let's talk about One Piece and just be okay with it. You know, you can follow me on Twitter and stuff. And, you know, maybe I'll start getting on Twitter more, maybe. I need to try, I guess. You know, yeah. You guys take care, you know, have a good night. Well, it's nighttime for me anyway, so, you know, I really need to get some rest, because I haven't really gotten much sleep over this, just all this thinking, and, oh my God. 10:44!